James 1, verse 19 says, "So then, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath." James speaks directly to the heart of a Christian character. He calls us to practice three basic virtues in our interactions with others. We are to listen carefully, speak thoughtfully, and control our anger. These are vital principles for nurturing peace and love in our relationships. And it's also for our spiritual growth. Being swift to hear, this invites us to actively listen to others before responding. In our fast-paced world, there's voices and opinions that are competing for our attention. So listening is often neglected, yet God encourages us to listen attentively, not just to understand others, but also to discern his guidance. Being quick to listen means we value what others say, and it builds bridges of trust and respect. Slow to speak. This reminds us of the power that our words hold. In the book of Proverbs, it teaches that death and life are in the power of the tongue. James later, he describes the tongue as something that it can set a forest ablaze. So speaking thoughtfully with intention, this ensures that our words uplift rather than harm. Being slow to speak, we can avoid misunderstandings and regrets, and this allows our speech to reflect God's grace. Slow to wrath. This is a call to manage our emotions, especially anger. Anger is a natural emotion, but James advises us to temper it because it often leads to destructive actions. So by being slow with anger, we can respond with grace and patience rather than hostility. The scripture warns us that the wrath of a man does not produce the righteousness of God. That's in the next verse, James 1:20. So cultivating patience, especially in challenging moments, this enables us to reflect God's peace to those around us. Living out this verse here, this requires humility and resilience on God's strength. It's an invitation to surrender our quick judgments and sharp words and unchecked anger. So we can ask God to mold us into people who listen with compassion, speak with love, and respond with patience. I'm sure when we practice these virtues, we align ourselves with God's heart and become a light in a world that's often marked by hasty words and anger.